Welcome to this class. So today in this video lecture we are going to study and discuss about the another branch of linguistics, that is syntax. So let us see. So as you already know that syntax is a branch of linguistics. Syntax is a component or an element of linguistics. So this syntax, it deals with or it studies the sentence structures of a language. So what is the work of syntax? So it studies or it deals with the sentence structure of a particular language. It may be Kannada, English, Hindi, Marathi, Urdu, etc. Any language. So again, it deals with how words and phrases, are arranged. So what is the work? It deals with how words and phrases are arranged to form the sentences. So as you know that what is word and what are the phrases. So this is a systematic arrangement of words and phrases to form the meaningful sentences. So again, syntax is the study of larger units. So here syntax is the study of larger units. So please remember this phrase. It is a study of larger units than words, phrases and clauses. So it means that syntax is the study of larger units, not the words, phrases and clauses. Clear? Yes. Now let us see the derivation of this word syntax or the origin of syntax. The word syntax is derived from or it is taken from the Greek word. Syntax is the Greek word which means arrange together or arrange in order. Syntax means arrange together. So it is the study of how words, phrases and clauses comes together and arrange in order to make a complete and meaningful sentences. In every language, it has their own forms of or the structure of words. In Kannada, there is a different structure. In English, there is a different structure. Now let us see with some examples. So first we will take English. So English language has English sentence structure. So we do arrangement of sentence structure like subject, then plus verb, then object. So let us see. So for example, I purchase a book. I purchase a book. So here this is the subject, this is the verb and a book is the object. So this is the sentence pattern or the sentence structure pattern in English language. So if you see in Kannada, so let us translate. ನಾನು ಪುಸ್ತಕವನ್ನು ಖರೀದಿಸಿದೆ. So look at the sentence structure here. So here Nanu is the subject, but here this pustaka is, the book is the object, and this kharidiside, that is the verb. So this is the sentence structure in English language, and this is the sentence structure in Kannada language. So in Kannada there is a different sentence structure. First subject, then object, then verb. So this is called the formation of words, phrases and clauses to make the complete meaning. So these are the words: I purchase book. So when these words comes together, then it gives a meaning. So this is how in English and Kannada they forms the words, clauses and phrases. Now let us see what are the types of syntax. Types of syntax, or the types of sentence structure. Both are same. So here in this modern English grammar we find that there are 4 types of syntax. There are 4 types of syntax. So the first one is simple sentences, compound sentences, complex sentences, the fourth one is compound complex sentences. Compound complex sentences. So there are 4 types of syntax. The first one is simple sentence, second one is compound sentence, third one is complex sentence, and fourth one is compound complex sentences. Now let us try to understand what is the meaning of these kinds of sentences and with their examples. The first in the list is simple sentences. Simple sentences. So in your last semester we have studied and discussed the types of sentence patterns. So here, what is simple sentences? So simple sentences has one independent clause. It has one independent clause, and it gives complete meaning, and gives complete meaning. These kinds of sentences must have subject and verb. Subject and verb. So now let us take one example. Examples. I like coffee. So here, I like coffee. subject, verb and object. So this is the example of simple sentences. So second, she likes. She likes swimming. She likes swimming. Or I read books. So these are the some examples of simple sentences. So now let us see the next types of syntax, that is compound sentences. Compound sentences. So compound sentences. So these kinds of sentences has two independent clauses. Two independent clauses which is joined by conjunctions. In these kinds of sentences, you will find two independent clauses along with which joins the conjunctions. So what are the conjunctions here? As I said you, there is a clue, that is a fanboys. Fanboys. So these are the conjunctions. So F stands for A stands for and, this is the nor, B for but, O for or, Y for yet, and S for so. So these are the major conjunctions. So through these conjunctions, these compound sentences joins together. So let us try to understand through examples. So in the first sentence I wrote here, I like coffee and she like tea. I like coffee and she likes tea. So here now let us see whether this sentence is as per the definition. So definition says two independent clause. So I like coffee, this is the first independent clause which has complete meaning, and she likes tea, this is the second independent clause. So now what about the conjunctions which joins these two sentences, that is and. So here and is the conjunctions. And is the conjunctions. Now let us see the second one. He went to work, but she went to party. He went to work, but she went to party. So again in this sentence you will find out two independent clause. The first is he went to work and she went to party. So this is the first clause and this is the second clause, and the conjunction is but. So but is the conjunction. Now let us see another example. The bus was punctured. The bus was punctured. So Again, this sentence has two independent clauses. The one is the bus was punctured. So this is the first. I came late. So this is the second independent clause, and the conjunction is so. So here so is the conjunctions. So this is how the sentence structure formed in compound sentences. Compound means two. Compound means two. So now let us see the third type of syntax, that is complex sentences. The third type is complex sentences. So in complex sentences, you will find out one independent clause, one independent clause, and one dependent clause. One independent clause and one dependent clause. Now let us see some examples of complex sentences. We missed our plane because we were late. So here you will find out one independent clause and one dependent clause. So let us find out first of all one independent clause. We missed our plane. So this sentence gives complete thought and meaning. We missed our plane. We can understand. But we were late. So if I say you, we were late, can you understand? No. Because this clause is dependent on the first one. We were late. This dependent clause depends upon the first independent clause. So this is the independent clause and this is the dependent clause. We were late. Now let's see the second one. Our dog barks. Our dog barks when she hears a noise. So again look at this sentence. So our dog barks. So this is the complete sentence. This is she hears a noise. So there are two clauses. One is independent. He left in a hurry. After he got a phone call. He got a phone call. So here he left in a hurry. This is the independent clause. He got a phone call. That is a dependent clause. So this is the complex sentence structure and its examples. Now let us see the last one, that is compound complex sentences. Compound complex sentences. The third one is, fourth one, compound complex sentences. So let us see what is the definition of this compound complex sentence. In this type of sentences, there are two independent clauses. Two independent clauses and one or more dependent clauses. Dependent clauses. Two independent clauses and one or more dependent clauses. So based on these definitions, let us frame a compound complex sentence. So example: John did not come. John did not come because he was ill. So Mary was unhappy. So this is the example of compound complex sentences. Now let us see whether this sentence is as per the definition of the given. So John did not come. So this is the first independent clause. Because he was ill. He was ill. This is the second independent clause. What are the dependent clauses? So here, Mary was unhappy. So if I say Mary was unhappy, so you may ask what causes her or what made her unhappy. So this sentence, Mary was unhappy, is totally dependent on these two clauses. John did not come because he was ill. So this is the first independent clause. This is the second independent clause, and this one is the dependent clause. So these are the four types of syntaxes. So in this video lecture, we have studied the introductory part of syntax. What is the meaning of syntax? How does the word derive? Its a derivation or its origin. Then after that, we studied what are the types of syntax. This is also called as the types of sentence structures. Syntax means it's a sentence structures. So with this, here I am going to stop. So after watching this video, still if you have any doubts and queries in your mind, you can ask me through messages. Thank you.